Charlie said lightly, "If you said that when I asked you first, I would have been satisfied, but if you say it now, I am not so satisfied." Yang Jung frightened his liver, and hurriedly asked, "Mr. Wade, how can you be satisfied?" Charlie looked at him and said coldly with the pale face of Barena, "Aren't you 10,000 people who look down on Changbai Mountain and Liang, the woman who grew up under Changbai Mountain? Well, then you and your eldest son, in this life just go to Changbai Mountain to dig ginseng, and you can't leave Changbai Mountain forever." Speaking of this, Charlie's expression became extremely cold, and he said word by word, "Listen to me for a lifetime, you can't leave Changbai Mountain." Hearing this, Yang Jung was desperate. He has always been very upset with the bitter cold land of Changbai Mountain. Had it not been for the fact that he had to collect medicine personally when he started his business, he would not be willing to go to that cold place. Precisely because he didn't look down on the bitter cold place, he didn't look down on Liang's mother as much as 10,000. He just felt that it was a temporary plaything, just playing with her and forgetting. However, he never dreamed that Charlie would punish him and prevent him from leaving Changbai Mountain forever. That's a place that he has always hated. What's the difference between letting oneself go there and never leaving forever? He had a problem with his body a long time ago, and he couldn't live for a few years. If he went to a place like Changbai Mountain, he would die faster, right? Moreover, living in that place is simply better than death for a bad old master like him who is greedy for pleasure. He looked at Charlie desperately, crying and begging, "Mr. Wade, my bad old master will not survive for a few years. Please be merciful. I am willing to pass on Wei's pharmaceutical to Liang, and please let me stay in Orus Hill, let me spend my old age here." Charlie asked coldly, "Have you ever thought that Liang's mother has been dead for 20 years? You scumbag has lived 20 years longer than her, and you have made a lot of money. So, for the rest of the days in your life you will go to Changbai Mountain to confess. Not only do you go to the mountain every day to dig ginseng, but also have to sweep the grave of Liang's mother every day." After that, he looked at Liang and ordered, "Liang, after you accept Wei's pharmaceuticals, immediately organize some people to go there, supervise them every day, and ask them to sweep your mother's grave every morning and enter the mountains every morning and afternoon. Collect ginseng, do not allow them to use mobile phones, surf the internet, or watch TV. Let them live a life depending on sunrise and sunset every day. If they dare to be passive, break their legs and throw them into ice pops in the snow." Liang was thrilled with excitement. Unexpectedly, Charlie not only helped himself get Wei's pharmaceuticals, but also helped him to discipline Yang Jung and Barena. More importantly, this punishment method was so hard that he would never even dream of it. The perfect ending. Let them go to Changbai Mountain and spend the rest of their lives in the place they spurned. It is ironic, blackly humorous, and hate-free. He was extremely grateful to Charlie, and he immediately knelt on the ground and said respectfully, "Thank you, Mr. Wade, for your perfection. Please rest assured, Mr. Wade, I will do it." Charlie gave a hum, glanced at Yang Jung and Barena and his son, and said coldly, "If these two dare to escape from Changbai Mountain, they will automatically activate the 500 million chasing order. As long as they dare to leave Changbai Mountain in this life, they will die." When Barena heard this, his eyes burst into tears. He was already the second-in-chief of Wei's pharmaceuticals. With a wide network of contacts in Orus Hill and a well-earned family, his daily life is really a drunken fan. Suddenly let him go to Changbai Mountain to dig ginseng, and he was not allowed to leave for the rest of his life, which made him more painful than being sentenced to life imprisonment. After all, if he serves a sentence in a prison, he can at least get a little smoke from modern society. However, if he goes to Changbai Mountain, that bitter cold land, how can he stand it? So he cried out in despair and collapsed, "No. I won't go. I don't want to go digging for ginseng in ghost places like Changbai Mountain." After finishing speaking, he looked at Charlie and kowtowed his head and said, "Mr. Wade, please forgive me. I am willing to leave China and never come back. Never trouble Liang again. Please don't let me go to Changbai Mountain." Charlie didn't give them a chance at all, and directly ordered the rest of the Wei family. You, Wei family, listen to me. From now on, you have only two paths. Either follow Liang and work hard, and Liang will make sure your own vested interests are met. Or, follow these two to Changbai Mountain to dig ginseng. After speaking, Charlie's expression was stunned, and he shouted, I'll give you 10 seconds to stand in line. After thinking about whom to follow, you will stand behind whom. As soon as Charlie said this, everyone in the Wei family immediately moved. However, they all stood behind Liang, all scrambling, without exception. Yongzheng and Barena scolded angrily. You gang of white-eyed wolves, our Wei family has really raised you for nothing. Everyone completely ignored the accusations of their father and son. As the saying goes, the tree fell and the wall fell and everyone pushed. The father and son had obviously lost power. At this time, the fool would not stand with them, and then follow them to Changbai Mountain to dig for a lifetime of ginseng.